Yara?
Yes.
I'm here to relieve you of your watch.
Thank you.
Are you doing all right?
Yes. I just have to sew my clothes and my body, and also probably take care of Enuma as well. He suffered some wounds as well.
Well, I can't do much as the medicine goes, but I've had a good hand at mending if you want me to take a look at any equipment while I'm on watch.
That would be splendid. Thank you. It's just the sleeves on this tore quite brutally. I found the fabric on the floor, so.
Yes. Well, why don't you take my robe, get comfortable, and I'll have a look at it.
Thank you. I'll place a hand on your shoulder and squeeze. That was quite a sight to wake up to. And I was supposed to be awake. It's paralyzing, literally and figuratively.
The important thing is that we made it through.
I suppose so. Well, at any rate, we're all breathing. Thank you. I'll go get changed and I'll give this over to you.
All right. I hope you get some good sleep.
Thank you. I need it. Good night.
Good night. I will then take some time to put a hand to tailoring as best as I can and begin my watch.
Okay. Please make a perception check for me.
21.
Okay. Roll me a d20, please.
14.
Alrighty. Your watch is uneventful. It's about like 5 a.m. or so. It's time for the next person to go on watch.
Alright, I will stretch, roll out my body, and make my way over to Karun. And I will gently poke her on the shoulder. Karun! Karun? I will leave Karun be and tuck them in just a little tightly and make my way instead to Arashtak.
Okay.
Hey. How you doing?
Yes, are we under attack?
No, nothing like that. It's been quiet, rather peaceful.
Good. What can I do for you?
I was wondering if you can take watch, but can I actually get your eye on this? And I'll take a step back from you and unfurl the clothing that I've tailored. You see it's very distinctly Yara's, and I've tried my hand at mending it.
I could probably fix that if you need any more help while you sleep.
Oh,
It's fine. No, just
I thought it looked finished. Oh, yes, please.
3 holes there from when she was raked across the neck.
Oh, I must have missed that.
They look like tassels, I understand.
Yara has sensibility in fashion that is unfamiliar to me.
Myself as well. I can take watch, yes.
All right. Thank you for doing this. If
If I could have bags, I would.
If you need anything or if you get lonely, don't be shy. Just wake me up.
I will keep watch and read, I think.
Okay.
Sleep well.
I will. Thank you.
The first hints of dawn are starting to break through here, Arashtak. Make me a perception check.
Yes. That is a 28, I believe. Let me double check. It's sight-based, yes?
Yes.
28.
Well, not necessarily. It could be other stuff.
If there's something sight-based, it's 28. If it's anything else, it's 27. Due to my goggles.
Sure. These goggles do something. Go ahead and roll a d20.
13.
Okay. Your watch goes without any problem. Morning comes and people are starting to wake up with the day.
I'll start some tea then. Maybe some light breakfast.
Anybody that had the drained condition, that is now gone. And normal long rest stuff takes effect, which is supplemented by any healing that you would get from Yara, but it sounded like Yara just passed the fuck out.
I'm happy to treat anyone if you're still injured in any variation. Good morning.
Morning.
My hair hurts.
Do you mean your scalp?
No, my hair.
Your hair has feelings?
When you lean on it and it pushes it the wrong way, like if you've been drinking.
I have no hair to understand this.
Mine doesn't stand.
Do you want a massage?
No, I live. Somehow.
I could give you one of my teas. Those numb the tongue, not the scalp, though.
I'll take a tea.
I'll get you a cupboard then. Do you want the lizard folk one or just a regular herbal?
Well, you seem maybe like you're an expert. It's a lizard one. I will take this.
I give you a numbing tea. I believe you've had this before.
A numbing tea? What's that?
Anyone need breakfast?
Oh, yes, please. I'm starving.
Yes, and we have a long road today, I believe. Much ground to make up for, given the past couple of nights.
Before you went to bed, the mosquito witch is pleased.
Oh, excellent. So you communed with her last evening.
Yes. Yes.
Why are your eyes so wide?
She showed herself to me. I've only seen her a few times.
Your deity showed herself to you?
She is not a deity. She is a force of nature.
Well, what did she look like?
Oh,
Was she beautiful?
Have I not described her before? She is beautiful, yes. Many arms, long proboscis, eyes that see into you and through the death and into life. Wings terrible and great. She is nature, rebirth, the cycle.
And how do you feel about that whole encounter?
She was pleased. I feel very good. I am not disappointing her anymore.
Excellent. That is good. Multiple birds, one stone. I almost got eaten alive, but you're... So if she's not a deity, a force of nature, is that what, how would you prefer we...
She is the mosquito
queen.
witch.
Your queen, yes. I mean, that's what you typically... So your queen is pleased, at least.
Yes.
Excellent.
She liked the demon blood.
Well, perhaps we will endeavor to give her more.
She asked, so I will endeavor, yes.
I am very pleased to hear that you are happy, Rashtok. Your happiness is important to me. But I also would like to say that you are worth more than just what you do and who you serve and what you do for them.
We are worth more than what we do.
Yes.
Well, in service to another, I believe is what you mean, Arcelia. You are more than just not a pawn, but your service to your mosquito witch.
Oh, yes. I know this.
In mid-talks, I'll get up and walk towards the carriage and the horse and like, I guess you could say tend to the horse, pet the horse or whatever.
Feed it, give it water. Yeah.
That's what I would do.
I mean, get it ready for travel. Yeah. You don't typically leave the horse like, fully ready, like bound to the cart and whatnot.
I look to Rostok, then Malavik, and then back at Rostok.
Huh?
I'll lean in to the rest of the party that's at the table, or wherever, not the table, we don't have a table, but wherever we're sitting. Rashok and I have noticed, but have you two noticed some strange air about Malavik from time to time? Arcelia, you would probably know best. He said some very troubling things to Rostok and myself the other day. I'm worried.
Spoke like a dragon.
As if there are two fronts of a war going on inside of him.
We should talk to him.
We did. Already. This may be in your forefront as you are blood bonded.
All right. I will rise and grab myself another helping of food and walk over to Malavik. Hey, I noticed that you didn't help yourself to any food. Here.
I am not hungry.
You've got to stay strong. We've got the whole day ahead of us for travel.
I had my fill last night.
About that, how do you feel?
Never better. Wanting to get on the road to this task. Get it done. What needs to eat is his horse. No one seems to tend to it. Interesting beast. Strong. Built like a leader, but yet is always in the service of humans or others. Something that longs to be free. His eyes are telling stories beyond what we can convey. All we do is whip and ask it to go forward. Showing some care might make this trip a little bit easier.
After a moment, I step forward and I raise a hand, and I also begin to pet the horse. Would you like to groom it together? Looks like it could use a brushing.
If that is what you wish.
I'll reach into the saddlebag and pull out a brush, and I'll hand it to you. And as you begin brushing, I'll go through the rations and pull out something edible, maybe some hardtack, and I'll offer it to the horse, and I'm petting her face as I do. I have a question, Malevic.
Go ahead.
If you could be anywhere, where would you like to be? Anywhere in all of Galarian. If you could just whisk away.
Never thought of that. A place that accepts me? Actually, I've thought about this acceptance over the course of time. I believe I would like to be on my own. Maybe in a nice mountaintop, overlooking the world, watching it unfold, fending and taking what I need from the land to survive. I believe at this point we don't need social interaction as much as one may think. As long as the world provides, we shall be okay. Then our time will pass. On to the next.
That is certainly one way to look at it.
Yes.
It sounds peaceful.
Indeed.
Is that something you want? Peace?
Peace and solace is one thing. Peace between races and others is a whole different story now, is it? Then you have to worry about what the other side wants. But if it's just me, yes, peacefulness probably will be good. Looking at this land and be separated by so many things, so many oddities. It was once not like that, you know. Having to create others to govern others is one task. When that is broken, the system is ruined. Then you have to burn that to the ground and start over. I feel like there's too many that take advantage of what is given to them. Over time, they forget where they come from, how they're nurtured. I believe that most people forget that the very air that they breathe comes from the trees around us. Yet all they do is chop it down for their own selfish needs, take more than they should, and then have the nerve to push aside others that need that same shelter, nourishment.
I think you and I can both agree on one thing. People resort to violence as the answer way too easily.
Yes. But then again, sometimes violence is the only way to answer a call.
It's true. Violence is what set my people free. but it's not what keeps us free. It's each other, community,
What
and
is
working
that?
for it.
What's that definition to you? Free. We say that all the time, but yet we always have to put someone in control. Someone in control has to line everyone else up and guide them. There is no true free.
I don't agree with that. I would say if you believe that to be true, then you believe you have no power.
Oh, I have power. And so to do all that riot and pull together to overthrow that is what is trying to guide them in the right direction or the wrong direction, depending on who it is. But at the end of the day, they fight to overthrow a controlling authority, to only create another authority. The cycle continues.
No, I don't think that it's so bleak like that.
Yeah, is it not?
There
Your
exists-
clan. Do they not have a leader?
We do,
Hmm.
but it isn't like how it used to be. We were a broken people once. It took the Whispering Tyrants to bring us together. That was violence. I was born into it. I am intimate with it. But we have chosen a different path. And it is people like me that make a concerted effort to go out into the world. The Burning Sun Clan. My mission, it is to do that very thing. Try to give people peace where violence doesn't have to be the answer. It's
very
not
kind.
easy,
Yeah.
but nothing
kind
ever
of you.
was.
I'm glad that you live by your ideals. Sad to say that many don't. It's sad to say that your guidance will be taken in the split second you walk away. It may take a day or week, month, year, more. It will result in some kind of different turn. Then what?
I have hope that I can plant a seed and one day it will become something. Like you said, we give back to nature. Nature gives back to us. You just have to figure out your place.
Eventually, nature takes what is owed. Nature will take what is owed.
And I give the horse a final pat. Maybe, but it will give back again.
Yes. Oh, it will. It will.
I hold out a hand expectantly for the brush. She looks shiny and smooth. You did a good job.
Royalty. As she shall be.
Do you mind doing this with me again tonight, once we make camp again?
I will be here.
No,
Well.
I have to go.
Wherever we are. I shall say I will be with the horse.
Well, I will be with you too. Never far. I have to go pack my bags, so I'll be over there if you need me.
Aye. I will work on the harnesses. Good talk.
And I stop as I'm about to step away, and I wrap my arms around you from behind and I give you a hug.
You'll feel an intenseness grow, muscles tighten, and then you'll feel an immense heat from the midsection. But I will turn and give a smile, and hold on the hand-arm clasp, and say, You shall live on in a new world.
I squeeze you hesitantly. Slowly, I unwind myself from you and I walk away.
Now we continue harnessing the horse.
Very well. Anybody doing anything else before you set out?
I'm scraping little bits of the pond scum off of the ground, little bits of dirt, little creatures inside. I'm just putting it in a little vial, smelling it a bit,
Sure.
rubbing it betwixt my fingers. I'm creating a vaccine.
Okay. What vaccine are you creating, or do you want to keep that a secret?
It is a secret vaccine that only I know about. I didn't realize there was more than one.
Well, I mean, you've got lots of recipes now. I don't know what you're making.
It is a secret vaccine. That is all that I know about it.
Alrighty. Fair enough. Anybody else?
I will likely begin preparations and packing my belongings as well as anyone else's whose were in our tent, which was Arcelia and Malavik. So I would have begun packing some of their things for them.
As you're packing, I loom on your peripheral vision. I'm sort of leaning forward with my hands behind my back.
Yes?
How do you like your clothes? They fit all right?
Yes, you did wonderfully. Thank you so much, Arcelia.
I
I know
will
you were a stitcher. Or anyone with needlework as well?
I will admit it was a combined effort. A lot of it was Arash talk, so I think some gratitude is owed that way as well, but I'm just happy to see you smiling.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I've begun packing some of your things as well, since we probably want to get going. How is he?
I can see why you're concerned. But I think we shouldn't be too hasty with any judgments. We are all going through a difficult time. A lot has happened to us these past few months. Patience and an open mind, I think, will go a long way.
Of course. I just worry about him, that is all. It doesn't come from a place of distrust, it comes from a place of... I see our friend, and they are saying some troubling things. Very confusing, troubling things, but troubling nonetheless.
I understand.
And how are you? Are you all right?
I'm good. Troubled in other ways, but nothing to be concerned about. It is a great thing we are embarking on, and a lot is at stake. We will persevere.
Yes, we have before. Well, at any rate, the bright side of things, based off of Roshtok's estimations, we handled that problem from the caravan, so they should be safe. Which is a great relief, I'm sure, to yourself as well.
Yes, absolutely. The weight off my mind.
Indeed. There are many weights at the moment.
Speaking of, and I dip my head towards you, and I will step away to begin the heavy lifting of putting together the tent and stowing it away.
Excellent. And I've begun just setting up the pack to make it ready to go for myself. And I've packed up Malavic's bag as well.
Okay. With that, you all begin to set out once again. Apologies, I didn't realize, but in case anybody wonders, when I show the map, the mark for the where the star fell, I had originally put someplace else, and I must have moved it or something. And I was doing some measurements. I'm like, that's not adding up right. Why is that not working? And I'm scouring through the PDF trying to see, like, where are they right now? And I'm trying to figure it out. I'm like, oh, that's completely wrong. I must have moved something. So they're further west than I thought they were. Apologies for that, for the mistake there. But you begin to set out on your way again. And I'd say probably by this point that you're crossing the river, which will mean that you are heading into Sarkoris proper at this point. A few days south of Kenebris, you begin to cross the West Sulin River, which is kind of like the borderlands for the for Sarkoris, and immediately you can kind of see the landscape change beyond the river, where you were experiencing fields and forests. You now start to see more of that Badlands sort of biome take over at this point. You can see and feel a change in the air pressure and the environment. There's more of like harsh cutting winds now. The river doesn't exactly look I don't want to use the word healthy, but it's not. It looks muddled and sort of gross.
Something you may want to take a vaccine for, is this right?
I'm sorry?
Something you may want to take a vaccine before you cross it, is this right?
I don't know. Are you making a judgment call here as Karun?
I don't. Does it look unhealthy? Like we are going to catch something if we cross it?
Make a medicine check. Or a nature check. I'll take either.
I was going to say, you described it as looking unhealthy, and in my head, I'm like, it sounds like you're describing it to be the perfect thing that Rashtok and Karun want to check out.
Mm-hmm.
It's 21.
It doesn't look like a place where you should gather drinking water, that's for sure. But I don't know if it would immediately jump out to you as some place that, you could catch something, I guess.
All right. I will save the vaccine.
Okay. You begin to make your way across the river. Who is going to lead the horse?
I will.
Okay. Please make a survival check for me.
22.
Alrighty. You try to find the best, I guess, shortest way across the river. It's kind of recessed a bit, and you're able to find, I guess, some not the best place to cross. There's a few stones here and there that you might be able to use. It's not really super safe looking, from what you can tell, Malavik.
We may need to have to. I'm just saying this to myself. Find an alternate way around. You said the direct way that I found isn't really safe, right?
Yeah, I mean, imagine that you probably like looked up and down for maybe 5 minutes each way, and just trying to like see the best way to cross. You know what I mean? Like, where, you know, can you ford across? Can you just like lead the horse across the river? The river is, I'd say, fairly fast moving. It's not the easiest looking river to cross. It's kind of recessed like in a little bit of a I don't want to say a canyon, but it's like a divot. Yeah.
Trenchy style.
Yeah, it's kind of
I look at the horse and I ask the horse, you think you can cross? No, I don't think so either.
There's no response.
Of course. I'll put my hand on his neck, the nape of the neck, and I'll close my eyes and envision some things. And then I decide to, without telling anyone, to pull the carriage in the direction that would make us walk around.
Okay.
Who's driving? Or who's on the who's steering?
Let's see. This will be Enuma.
Okay. Oh, so Enuma's up and good. Okay.
Yeah, Enuma.
I'll just look back at Enuma.
Yeah, it's typically Enuma or Ulukuk who are driving the wagon. They like trade off when they get tired.
I will look back at them and signal in some hand gestures and low talk speaking. Crossing will provide us with no kind of comfort. If the horse doesn't make it, we won't make it. We need to go around, no matter how long it takes. Whatever fate is there that's going to be awaiting Sarkoris, it will be there.
The West Sulan River. It is through all of Sarkoris, through the north and the south. We must find somewhere to cross.
Yes, this is not the place where we're at. I presume. We're right there, right? We're right where that red circle is.
It's a big token, but you're a few days south of Kenabris.
Okay. It might be better for us to go south anyway, if my memory, the rumors are correct. Where we're going is not going to be the best of places. I do not want to end up in the middle of it. If we can go down a few... I say south, we may find something in a divot in the land. But my gut is telling me not to cross now.
All right. We will see if we can find a better place. Should you all maybe spread out and look for a better place to cross?
I will go. You inform the others.
Very well. We'll stop here for now.
I'll just take my fingers and whistle. I'm not gonna do it in the mic. Like towards the crew, and then I'll signal that I'm going to look for an alternate way around and explain that going through is not gonna work. I don't actually walk up to them and tell them. I just kind of walk down the riverbank, get low, and dart off.
Okay. What are the rest of you doing as Malavik begins to do this? This could technically be an exploration mode if you would like.
Would you all like me to check in the river? I could swim in it. I might end up a little downstream due to the current, but I could check for a shallower spot in the near vicinity.
That could be beneficial if you'd like to.
As long as you think it's safe, you definitely shouldn't drink this water.
I will not drink it, no. No. But I can swim and hold my breath for many, many many moments.
Are you sure you wouldn't like a taste of Karun's vaccine? It is a
does this look like?
potent mixture. It looks just like mud. It's just mud inside of here. It is a potent mixture of all kinds of vitamins, natural vitamins and nutrients. Perfect for traveling and also for dunking your face into swamps.
Oh, yes, that sounds very useful.
I will give it to you for 1 gold. The cost of it alone is extraordinary.
I hold out a single lesser reagent. Would you like this instead?
I will happily take that, yes. There you are.
I was giving it to
Perfect.
you anyway. This is a good trade.
Okay.
Enjoy.
I slurped down the mud vaccine.
What do you think this tastes like?
Myself or Karun?
No, it's probably you. What do you think it tastes like?
Oh, it is... have you had edible clay before?
Is it like edible panties?
No, unfortunately not, I think.
Then no.
Yeah, no, it's just like clay. It's like eating clay, but you don't get sick. It's a real thing, edible clay.
Definitely.
I'm laughing at Frank's face.
Do you just take a chomp out of the clay? Like,
No, it's mud. Oh, you mean, or the edible clay?
It's not
Yeah.
mud. It's not
It's
mud.
used
It's a
in, like-
vaccine. It's a very real vaccine.
No, but edible
just-
clay, you use it for like molding things, or like you can use it in like make it look like dirt on cakes. There's all number of uses for it. Edible clay.
okay.
Am I really the only one that's heard this?
I'm just.
I think it was edible.
Is this the same line of thinking where it was like, oh yeah, glue was edible when I was in kindergarten?
No, it's a real thing. It's not like eating paste. It's a thing.
Look, anything is edible if you're brave
I
enough.
see you Googling it, Yara.
Anything is edible once.
Yes, and this is edible multiple times.
I'm just imagining Dan taking bites out of cups now. Just eating cups.
I mean, that would probably be okay. It just wouldn't be great because it'd be like shoddy.
Would it taste like shard?
No, it would taste like clay. It's edible clay.
Okay, so Arashtak has consumed this vaccine. What about the rest of you? What are you doing as Malavik wanders off trying to find a safer spot to cross?
I am
searching for more
scouting.
reagents.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm searching for reagents.
Okay.
I want to
Serious?
investigate. I want to see what's up with this water.
Okay. How would you like to investigate?
I hold out a piece of paper and some ink and I write notes. I look at it.
Okay. So observation, basically.
Yes.
Okay. You can use nature or perception.
Oh, definitely perception. 25.
It's not clear. It just, it's very, looks like it's carrying a lot of sediment and like, you can see maybe sort of streams of what looks like some different liquids and stuff floating through, varying colors.
I would like to try
tell,
to.
You can tell like immediately you wouldn't want to drink it.
Yes. I would like to try to make a educated decision or a realization here of what might be wrong with it. Like, does it look like it's some sort of pollution or some sort of contamination? Have I ever seen anything like it?
Maybe somewhere in between both.
And the water is flowing south?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, I won't make you make a roll for this, but it's obviously coming like from glaciers and mountains to the north.
Mm.
You know, and it's made a very long way through Sarkoris to get to where you are.
So this isn't even the worst of it. I will close my eyes as I'm looking over this, and I'll take one hand and rub my fingers over the strange veins on my other hand where the ley line mark is. Do I feel anything?
No.
Okay. I will just reserve to myself and take a moment to sketch out the landscape. Other than that, I don't do anything else.
Okay. Malavik, please give me a survival check. Okay. A 14 in this case doesn't mean that you fail to find anything. It means that it takes you a really fucking long time to find a safer spot, to the point where it's like, he's gone for a while. He's gone for a couple hours, trying to find a better place to cross. Finally, let's call it, roll me a D4, please, Malavik.
I don't know if I want to use this thing on the side. It's been giving me ones.
During the chill shot. Okay. So it'll take you 3 hours.
In.
That was the best you could have done for that.
Better than 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you
so
wanted
one's
low.
good.
It would have been 7 hours.
Oh gosh.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So 3 hours passed, and finally Malavik gets back, looking a bit haggard. Which way did you go? You said you went south?
South.
Yeah. Finally Malavik returns, looking sort of, I imagine, probably pretty pissed off that it took you that long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Angry. I have a very stern look on my face. Come! Hurry!
Did I find anything while swimming?
What were
That's why I took the vaccine.
Yeah, what were you looking for, Rashak?
Shallows.
No.
Okay, that's fine. I wouldn't have gone anywhere near as far as him.
Yeah.
And any reagents by any chance?
Reagents, you can make
Oh,
you can make a survival check for me, please, Karun.
15. Where am I?
Yeah, I mean, I think you probably collect some of this water. But
Who are you? Who are these people?
You're a little unsure as to like how to use it because it's kind of gross, and you'd probably have to like separate out all the different bits inside.
Oh, I know how to use it. Another vaccine.
Okay.
I will go to Numa and Ulikuk and say, well, how far away would it be? I mean, I know it took me 3 hours to find it, but how far would it be from
you'd have
where
to
we
go
are?
south about an hour and a half to find a decent spot to cross.
I finally found something that is feasible, but is about an hour and a half out of the way.
Going out of our way is better than crossing unsafely, I think. We all agree.
Yes. I will tell the others, then I will grab them, and I will be your lead. And I run to the back and I explain to them, hour and a half out of the way is a more suitable spot to cross the river.
Let's get going.
I'll nod and I'll run back to the front.
So, with this delay, you are held back for several hours now. First trying to scout someplace to cross and then actually doing it. It's wasted a good chunk of the day. You make it across the river, eventually, now heading into Sarkoris proper. The river behind, the Badlands ahead. The cutting winds are cold and dry. They are laced with dust here and there, and sand and grit and dirt. And, you know, it's one of those things where when the wind picks up, it kind of hurts a little bit. Just, you know, kind of grates on you. And it's not the best to experience the day in. But as you make your way into Sarkoris, I think you all feel and determine how this obviously affects your characters as you will. But it's a different feeling here. The sounds are different. The weather is different. And I imagine it's kind of affected each of you in your own way. How are you all feeling as you make your way into Sarkoris now? This is where the world wound was.
I am on high alert. My experiences at the warfront with the Knights of Lastwall at the Gravelands was an experience that I would not like to relive, but the rumors that we have heard and the concern that I have over my friends, changes in the environments and whatnot, it is unsettling. So I am hyper-vigilant, more so than really ever before.
What was the weather like again? That will change things.
It's pretty sunny out actually. It's actually very sunny. It's not warm. It's still winter and you're pretty close to the northern areas. So it is on the colder side. It's probably just above freezing. And it's very dry here. And that sort of like that cutting wind is there, and it's like that dry wind. You know, you can all, when you're in those humid environments, you know, you feel a little sticky, and I guess kind of it's one of those things now where you're in this drier environment that it's just I don't know, a little bit more bleak.
I would not like it here. If it is dry and cold, I would be staying in the caravan as long as I possibly can.
I imagine, when I think of this place, I think of, have you ever seen, this is kind of out of character, but have you ever seen the movie like A Quiet Place?
I did not.
Okay, so imagine being in the forest and like the leaves, you don't even hear the leaves, right? No birds, no nothing. It's just stillness and quietness. It's just odd. It's like you walked into a vacuum. I kind of imagine this being the same way. It throws me off my instincts. I solely move on what's around me. It's kind of how I grew up. You know, the law of the land, reading patterns, observing, and this is very daunting. It was almost a taking aback. Typically, I'm very confident in my steps. Now I feel like I stepped into a completely different world. And I'm more so leaning on the horse for comfort. To know that there's some kind of sense of normalcy next to me versus around me.
What about you, Arcelia?
What is the terrain like around us? Is it hilly? Is it bare?
Imagine the area around the Grand Canyon, that Badlands, like that sort of red, sort of clay, kind of rocky, occasional shrubs here and there. You know, not really very many trees. You know, you might see one here and there. There's probably some petrified trees.
There is a solemn expression on my face as I look around, trying to be as aware of my surroundings as I can be. And there's a sadness in my eyes. This reminds me of my youth. I had left the hold of Velkson and was essentially taken to Kermaga by my people. It is a long and dusty and desolate road. And I imagine this is not unlike that, especially with the weight of what we heard when we were in Egida, of the strife that people went through in this place. It is quite clear that these things weigh on my mind, and I exhale loudly now and then and don't seem to notice that I'm doing it.
You all seem to be reacting to this in similar yet a little bit different ways. How's Karoon reacting to this?
This is a pitiful place, full of despair. I despise it. There is nothing here that is alive. It is as if a dwarven logging camp has made it so desolate and terrible. I despise it.
The day sort of passes quickly as you spent most of the day just kind of trying to find a way to cross the river safely. You're greeted by this bleak place that has turned the mood of many of the travelers in the caravan. As you continue further west in the Sarkoris wastes, you can see evidence of battles. There are bones of strange creatures littering certain areas around the environment. Some that are definitely far from humanoid. There are some humanoid bodies as well, here and there.
Is it just the bones?
Yeah.
All right.
Someone please make a perception check for me.
As soon as I start seeing the bones, I will resort to staring straight ahead. I lose the spirit of adventure here.
All right, I will make the perception check. 29! I know exactly where I am.
Okay.
For the first time.
Yeah. Karoon, please roll me a D10.
Oh no. Three.
Okay. Something catches your eye as you are traveling through this battlefield. It's a sort of glint of light.
I hop off the caravan and investigate it. What is that?
As you hop out of the wagon, you see the rest of you see Karoon sort of rushing off to look at something. There is a mirror that is laying next to one of the bodies, Karun. Looks silver with an elaborate frame. It's polished to a brilliant shine.
And there's no tarnish on it at all?
No.
That is a spooky mirror. Can I look into the mirror without touching it?
Sure. You just
Do
kind
I
of like
see anything
you kind of like
spooky inside?
you kind of bend down and take a look.
What are you?
There's strange patterns of light reflecting in the mirror. You try to find yourself in the mirror?
Yes, sure. Do I see myself?
Yes, you do. Except
Am I sexy in the mirror?
I suppose that depends on your definition. When you find yourself in the mirror, light is all distorted around you.
Oh.
Karun, what do you fear most?
Ooh. Perhaps the rejection and abandonment of my family.
There is a moment where the light sort of distorts around you. And you see your family.
Oh.
They surround you. And you begin to recollect this moment in time where you felt this abandonment. And you see the light swirl again in the mirror. It shines and catches your eyes. And you start to see these moments of rejection, maybe even hatred.
Ugh.
Describe what we see.
It is a sequence of events flashing quickly. It is my parents entrusting me to take care of my sister. It is me attempting to do so. And I am really just a child, and I do not understand the level of responsibility needed, and so I lead us both down a terrible, terrible path. And my parents, they are not talking to me still. Because of this, it was a terrible falling out. And I've never seen my sister again.
Do you make any noise?
No. No, not at all.
What do the rest of you do as you see Karun hop out of the wagon and just kind of stop, bent over on the side?
I just watch. I don't have any reactions.
I am watching quite cautiously as well. She has rushed out of the caravan. She has picked up an item that I have no idea what it is in the middle of a place that we are highly unfamiliar of the perils of.
I'm reading.
I would have called out your name. Karun.
Karun, please
Karun.
make a will save for me.
Oh no. This is a 15.
There's like a weird, distant kind of buzzing noise, Karun. It's nothing important.
I've been feeling sick to my stomach. The anxiety, dread.
By now, the caravan is starting to make its way past, you know?
Oh no, I would hop off and attempt to shake Karun. Karun, darling? Do you not hear us?
I didn't mean to show you how to make the bombs. I didn't mean for it to go so poorly.
Karun?
Karun is looking into an ornamented silver mirror, Yara.
I will attempt to take this mirror out of her hands.
Sure. Please make a will save, Yara.
Karun is not holding the mirror. It is on the ground still. I have not touched it. Only looking into it.
26.
Okay. You managed to kind of like avoid looking at the mirror as you try to just move it away from Karun. It doesn't really seem to give you much trouble. You just kind of push it away.
Karun, darling? And I will grab her face.
Karun, you start to see things a little bit differently as the mirror gets sort of thrown to the side. Lights get a bit brighter. It's like too bright for daytime. It's too bright. And then Yara is there in front of you.
Darling?
Hello.
Something happened. What's going on?
I just, nothing. Don't look at that. I'll kick some sand over it.
I will, take this item and place it in my bag of holding, actually. Brushing the sand off.
Okay. Take it and put it in your bag of holding.
What's the mirror? As I'm placing it inside my bag.
Am I of sound enough mind to understand what has happened?
I think you can make probably an Arcana check, correct?
It is a 32. It is a net critical success.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That object is most certainly cursed.
Well, the mirror is cursed, and it incapacitates anyone who looks at it, it seems.
So
Here's
should
the
I
side
not be
effect.
placing this in my bag? Should I shatter it, or should we use it against our enemies?
You could cover it in something, just do not look at it. Makes your eyes water.
Right.
But really, though, don't look at it. Anyway,
Yes.
onward.
Would you like to get back on the wagon?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. You okay?
I'm fine. Fine.
Well, if you decide you don't want to keep it to yourself, you can always talk to us.
Just don't look at it.
All right. Right. Won't.
All right.
Okay. All right. Let's get you back to the wagon, and I'll assist Karun in walking back.
Okay. Somebody make a survival check for me, please.
I guess I could do it since Rorschach's deep in reading. 20.
Malvik, please roll me a d6.
3.
continue traveling for another 3 hours before night falls.
Oh. Is the sun setting itself right now, or is it completely okay?
It's
I
like
believe.
yeah, it's dusk now, and you can tell it's gonna hit dark.
I believe we should now turn to Numa and Hulukuk, and I believe we should probably start looking for a place that is safe enough to set up camp. With not much out here in a barren land, we're going to be quite noticeable, especially if there's a fire. So I suggest somewhere where we can see on all sides.
That will be difficult.
Yes.
There are many
will.
canyons. Do you think maybe it is better to hunker down in one of the canyons?
May not be a bad idea. Then we could use the carriage as a way to block visible sight. From one side, place our tents towards it, create a sort of backing. I'll let the others know, see what their thoughts are. And I'll make my way in the back. Hey, everyone. You not notice the sun is going down. I do not think we should be traveling at night here. Numa and Ulikuk suggested that we find a canyon.
Not many other natural structures for us to really hide behind, so...
Might I rack my brains on any creatures that might dwell in canyons?
Sure.
The reason I'm thinking is like, go in canyon, giant canyon worm comes and just eats the entire caravan as we sleep, you know.
This will, I guess, be a nature check.
26.
I mean, stuff definitely exists in canyons. I don't know how well versed you are in demon lore.
I can speak abyssal.
Congrats.
So, I don't know a lot about demons, but I did spend most of my life in Badlands. Could I perhaps do an esoteric roll for creatures?
I think that'll be a nature check.
Okay. 19.
Yeah, so there's definitely creatures that prefer to do stuff like that. I think that you can tell that, like, this place has been pretty heavily affected by demons, more than anything else. You're just as likely to get attacked, like, in a canyon than, I guess, out in the open. But you have an added benefit of, like, some cover in the canyon. And as far as creatures go, I mean, there's a lot of different creatures in the world, suggesting that, any could be in any given location is kind of tough to know exactly.
I think a canyon's a good idea.
I suggest putting our back against something. At least we have something to lean on. Without any kind of backing, we have more visibility if we're out here. It's true, but so do they, or whatever is out there. An attack from multiple angles, pack tactics, you name it. And the situation is a damn if you do, a damn if you don't. So we need to decide quickly.
Yes, let us search.
Canyons it is. Yes.
Not
Rush that.
too narrow. If we are unable to move around the caravan, some of us could be cut off from the others.
Yes. Now, do you mind getting out and helping me and look while we pull the caravan?
I can look. I have finished reading.
Good. I'll walk to the front and let Enuma and Ulukuk know to head towards the canyons, but and to not find an area that will lead us only for one entry, one escape. Need to have some different routes, and I'll explain to them some kind of survival tactics to be on the lookout for, and that Rashtak is also helping.
Okay. Survival checks, Rashtak and Malvik.
20.
17.
Yeah, there's some like awkward attempts to try and find some kind of a switchback to go down into the canyons. Just like a path, down into the canyons. It's a little awkward. You think you find something okay for the night. You probably shouldn't spend too long looking for something. So you pick the best of what you have, which isn't great. It's not like easy to get the wagon down. It's not really easy to get it back out of the canyon. It's going to take you some time to do both. It's just a pain in the ass. This place sucks.
It's the best that we can do.
Yep. Eventually, let's call it another hour of trying to just navigate the caravan down into the wagon down into the canyon. You managed to get another camp set up. Who's taking watch? What are you doing?
I'll take watch. I was asleep most of the day. In the night. I will take watch without even really. I don't put up a fuss. I don't really listen to anyone else. I'll just kind of wave my hand. I'll start trying to see if there's any kind of lanterns or something that we can place. I think that's more safer than a fire at this point.
You guys definitely have lanterns. Like you, I mean, Sakawachi and them for sure picked up probably, let's say, 2. They have their own. They have 2 lanterns.
I think I have one that hooks on to, hooded lantern. Yeah. So I'll try to create something to hang it off the carriage and the
They generally have a place to hook a lantern.
Hooks. Yeah. So I'll do that, and I'll just say, lantern light is probably better than natural fires in a sense. And then I'll nod, and I will go out and scout a perimeter around where we're setting camp, honestly, because look for escapes, tracks, or bones. I don't really ask anyone to go with me, but if anyone sees me leaving and want to, then I won't say no.
I would probably have joined you as you had asked me earlier to scout with you.
Sounds good.
Okay. Let's see. I guess the both of you can make perception checks.
31.
23.
Okay. And you're looking for what exactly? Any threats?
I'm searching for a couple of things. First of all, I'm looking for multiple routes of escape and entry. And then I'm looking to see if there's any tracks of previous feedings or feces or anything around the campsite. That'll probably be a little bit more easier than trying to find actual creatures or something that they would leave behind and not try to cover up.
Okay. You definitely find some creature tracks here and there. Looks like some prey animals and some predators tracks, most likely. I think there's some indications of snakes, and there's probably some wicked looking scorpions and stuff wandering around. There's no boot prints or anything like that. No tracks like that.
Oh yeah, I had no thought about a sane person being an IA in the first place. So yeah, I would turn to Rashtak. I wouldn't say anything, trying to keep quiet and pointing at stuff and keeping my voice to a whisper. Good news is, if there is something out there, we'll know, at least to be a little bit more careful about how we sleep. Probably better to sleep together.
Yes, an eye on the skies will be easier as well. Small window to watch.
Rashnak, you found, while you were looking around, there was kind of like a crude alcove carved into one of the walls of this canyon. There was evidence of maybe some stones that were put around for maybe a campfire. A few blackened, stones charred. And in this alcove, you find some feathers, some bones, and some I think a few copper pieces and some stones of varying composition. There's maybe like a piece of obsidian there. There's a piece of quartz and a piece of like a pyrite. Make a religion check for me, please.
Yes. I'm going to re-roll that, I think, with the hero point.
Okay.
I am too curious. 29 is much better.
Yeah, Arashtak, you think this might be like a makeshift little shrine that somebody made?
Any idea to whom or what?
Trying to find the specific deity this is. Sorry, I'm looking this up. I don't know all the deities for Pathfinder off the top of my head. Here we go. This will be a makeshift shrine to Desna. Desna is the deity of dreams, luck, stars, and travelers.
I had heard Adronis speak of Desna many times. How recent does it look?
I mean, you can kind of tell maybe from the makeshift campsite. It's
yeah, that's what I would look at.
It's probably pretty old.
Okay. Not like a few days, but maybe weeks or months.
Maybe longer.
An old shrine to Desna.
Desna.
Adronis' god. Luck, fortune, stars. I occasionally call upon her for the stars.
Interesting.
Maybe several months or a year or more old. Long time.
Yeah. Not much that deity did for this place.
But maybe this person.
Yes.
There
Hopefully
are no
they
signs
survive.
that they died here.
This is true. Alright.
An omen of good, likely.
May fortune be with us then.
It is what we need here.
I feel like we have gone far enough. It's getting darker.
Yes. I will pick up the quartz, obsidian, and pyrite.
I believe we need to go back. We need to probably maybe hang the furs around the lit area. Block it out to being seen. Yes.
We can also just shutter most of the lanterns. They will glow very softly, but still provide a tiny bit of light for us.
Yeah, the reason why I want to keep them active is there's some things out there. Most things have a sudden reaction to fire.
I see. Remove the fur and blind them.
Yeah, either that or we even have to use it. We can always throw the lanterns to the ground.
True, I could also burn them.
Yes. But even you are talking to sleep.
Oh yes, I do.
Let's head back.
Malevich,
Hmm.
do you wish to be a dragon?
Me wish to be a dragon.
You laugh, but I did not think I was joking.
Dragons are interesting. How much do you know about them?
A decent amount, due to my heritage.
Yes. Then you know that there are two types in recording. When you break it down, there are the chromatic and there are the metallic. The higher born and lesser born.
Yes.
We have come across a few. May have been caught in the middle. Metallic in nature. Those shall have had their hearts eaten. They do not belong here. Their ideals. They want to just exist in the world, be left alone. No. You have to take what you have to keep. Just like this world takes what it needs, so do we. Take what we need. You come across fibers, I don't know, herbs, you take what you need. But do you overabundance? You take more than you should.
No, I wish for nature to exist as it should.
That's what makes you different. Those dragons often let's just say their ideals are to let be what be. They do not fight for what the land wants. They are mistakes. They need to be corrected.
You have not answered my question, Malevich.
What was your question?
Do you wish to be a dragon?
I do not wish a Rashtok. I get really close to a Rashtok. My back will furrow. It'll get directly into the side of his face. Look deep into his eyes. And go to where his, I guess it's called an ear hole. I am.
You have not answered my question, Malevich.
Take a look.
I
Take
see.
a deeper look. Rashtok.
I see, Malevich. You are not answering my question. I told you I seek knowledge, not denial. You were so
Our
direct.
fathers were wrong. My father decided to be with a lesser being, created me. When all hope was lost, there is one that picked me up from the ground. Whispers of a better world. Ever since I was young. And all I have to do... What was that?
You said one picked you up the ground.
Yes.
That your brother?
No.
Huh.
He was there. But he also proved himself to be weak. When it comes down to do what matters, he did not take it. I returned to my mother. She was pitiful, alone, distraught. And I did what I needed to do.
Malevich.
Then the answers became clear. One name stood out in my mind, the whispers, who I thought was just imagination. To answer your question, one cannot wish for what they really are on the inside, Rasta.
So you
In the
choose
end,
not.
this... What was that?
Apologize. You may continue. I will comment after.
When this world is reborn, I will rise from its ashes. I will take what's mine, what has always been mine, in the creation of these deities, those who think they rule the land will be taken back. There is a pause in my plan. That bonding that happened has put a staple on me. I cannot reach full potential while I continue my endeavors far from here. But this body will suffice.
Arashtak attempts to slap you. Are you too invested in your thought process here, Malavik, to react?
Let the slap happen and we'll see.
Arashtak slaps you.
As I was saying, I do not wish to become a dragon.
Malevich.
What would ever make you think that? I have slayed them. I've eaten their hearts in front of you.
Do not lie. Malevich.
Ah, what?
Look at me. When did you become so weak?
Oh, I am weak.
Yes. You are giving in to your draconic nature you hate so much. Why do you forsake your brother, who you have sought? Why do you wish to burn everything?
My brother, I am in searching for him. And,
Malevich, your lies.
fire purifies.
Why do you lie to me? You said you
Lie to
trusted
you?
me.
I do trust you.
Arashtak, make a perception check for me, please. 16.
I think I'm going to use my last hero point.
When someone loses a limb, you cauterize the wound. You purify it with fire.
25. Arashtak, you notice the shadow of Malavik on the ground. What do you think it looks like, Malavik?
In all due purposes, and I just want you to understand that your question is, is a very open question. At the end of the day, when it comes down to it, one does not wish what they want to see destroyed, but
Malavik,
at the end of the day...
what do you think your shadow looks like right now to Arashtak?
Oh, it's... So the sun is almost set. We're in the canyons. Shadows play tricks on the mind when it comes to other objects, adding to it, but the shadow is not of a bipedal nature. It's huge, big, large, looming.
Fire in the lantern kind of dances, and as the light reflects off of the walls of the canyon, you can see the shadow sort of looming like larger and larger.
We should probably get back. It's getting very late, Arashtak. Don't worry.
I am disappointed in you, Malavik.
Did I
You
say
said
anything
you
wrong?
trusted me.
I do trust you.
No, you don't.
Ah,
Why
What
do
do you-
you
what-
double speak to me?
all I remember is you asking me a question about,
Do you want to be a dragon? And you
Why,
said
yes.
you were. And that you wished everything to burn. Everything.
Are you tired, Arashtak?
No. Look at me. Am I speaking untruths, Malavik?
You have never really spoken an untruth to me, no.
Then why don't you trust me?
I do trust you.
You are then being possessed by something if you do not remember. Your draconic heritage is taking over. Do you wish to
Is it-
lose your fight with yourself?
It's this place is is distorting.
Before we entered, you had similar speaks.
I wish for a world that's not separated from everyone. Everyone has the same orderly place that they can survive together. As this place should probably be restarted. Let the nature take back from what is owed. Yes, we agree with that. Do we not?
No. Nature will do that without us. That is nature. You doing it is not nature, Malavik. You are becoming what you have told me you hate. Do not disappoint your mother and brother, like I have mine.
Mother. They're all wrong, you know. We are not freaks of nature. We are not. Do not abandon who we are.
No. That is why you should not. Because you are right now.
Am I?
Will you abandon Acelia?
No. She belongs.
Why?
She belongs in the new world.
Why?
Because our ideals are just.
She wants
I-
peace. She wants
Yeah.
everyone to get along.
So do
You're
I.
not describing that, no. You wish for a culling of those who do not agree.
You do not
That
agree that there shouldn't be that a balance of some sort. You would always talk about death and life. There's a circle that needs to be had.
And you wish for only death, but a few chosen. That is not balance, Malavik. That is evil.
evil.
That is the dragon you wish not to be. You are becoming your father, as you have described.
Oh, I want to rip his heart out. And then I'll grab a Rashtak and whisper, what do you know? What do you know about the dragon, son? Do you know who created everything?
In this situation, I would have to think on it and recollect my knowledge. This is not exactly a perfect
don't hear them.
situation.
Don't hear the whispers.
No. We
Why
have
not?
long...
It's in your blood. Listen closer. Take time.
I listen to myself, Malavik.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. If
They
I
told
didn't,
me.
I would have died alone in the swamp without my family or anyone.
It tells me that you... What were you doing the other night, Rashtak?
When I gave the sacrifice to the mosquito witch, that night,
Yeah.
I made that choice myself.
What did you do?
I gave the mosquito witch the blood of the demon.
The whispers tell me there's more.
I
I'm sorry.
Partook. No. I told you I will not lie. I think I partook of the blood myself as part of the ritual.
You do not know.
It is a bit hazy, but
Yes.
I made the choice to
Did
put
you?
myself in the situation.
I
am
believe
the
that you
only
accepted
one
it.
to blame. Yes.
More than made the choice, you accepted it.
No. If I had not made the sacrifice, it would not have happened.
Did you realize what was going to happen when you made the sacrifice to you? You were just serving one that gives to you. But in the end, something completely different happened and you accepted it. As long as that you serve was happy. Yes, pleased.
If it came to harm those I care of, I would not have done it, Malavik.
Who said I was going to harm any of you?
You would harm me.
No,
Yes.
I would not.
I saw the anger. If I wished for a balance you did not agree with, I would be on that list that would not make it. Correct.
When it happens, Rashtak, I will see you as an equal.
No, you won't. You will see me as one who opposes you, and you will kill me.
Why do you fight this?
Because you have protected me, and you have told me to trust you.
I will continue to protect you.
No. You won't. You have damned my mosquito witch, my queen.
They do
Called out
not.
against her.
No.
Things that I care of, you have blasphemed multiple times to my face. When you are in that angry state, I do not think you will keep me alive. I have accepted this.
Then you shall accept the fact that I will fight.
And then kill me.
I will not see your blood on my hands
Not
or
in
my maw.
Imagine it now.
When I close my eyes, I imagine the air beneath my arms. The flames stoking the land is purification, not destruction.
And you will see me burn.
No. It's the land, Rashtak. The land is playing tricks on us.
Then don't fall for it. And stop being so weak. And
I
then
am
we'll
not
start it again.
weak. I am not weak! And I want to I walk in a different direction.
I keep watch at the camp.
I bet you do. Now, Malavik was supposed to take first watch. Does that not happen?
He said he walked away.
I watch from a distance.
Okay. So, Rashtak, Malavik, you can both make perception checks for me.
It's
26.
29.
Okay. Malavik, roll me a d20.
8.
Okay. The first watch goes without any horrific occurrences. I will say that you definitely hear some strange things in the night. Maybe prey running from predators here and there. Vermin dying. But your watch passes without any attack or anything on the camp. What do you do now?
I'll go to Celia to wake her for the next watch, provided that Malavik has not returned.
I have not.
Celia.
Yes.
It is time for watch.
All right. Give me a moment.
I will. And I have things to speak of briefly before you take over.
All right. And I will take my time upon presumably exiting the tent. You'll find that I appear quite disheveled. I look as if I had a terrible sleep. I wipe out sweat on my brow. Yes.
Malavik is doing poorly.
Did something happen?
Yes and no. He is giving in to his dragon.
What do you mean?
He wishes for it all to burn. All of it, with a select few that will live on. He was sincere, and also conflicted. But he was sincere. I tried to talk sense into him. I do not know if it worked, but he does at least believe the words I spoke were true to me. He is still out at watch. He did not return.
All right. If I see him, I will have some words with him.
Be careful. His anger is doing most of the speaking, and his shadow was wrong.
I am not afraid of his anger.
I am not either, but if he gives in, I do not think I will live.
I'll do everything I can to help sort this out.
I I think it will only get worse the deeper we get.
Do you think it's a connection to where we are?
He said so. I am not sure. I think his experience with the other tiefling and the oppression tipped his scale. He is conflicted, but I think he is losing. That is all.
I'll talk to him, but I think it's important that we keep as much faith in our friend as we can. He's stronger than this.
I do not think so. I wished I could believe that. Celia. He is showing the opposite.
Well, for now, then I hope that you can believe in me.
I do. I do not think he will harm me yet.
If you'd like somewhere warm to sleep, my furs are probably still warm with my body.
I will accept. Thank you. I have left out some tea, not lizard folk, on the stones by the campfire.
Thank you.
It is a small campfire. I do not wish it to be large for the sake of Alavik's correct assumption of the creatures.
Yes. I hope you can find some rest.
I do as well.
I will make my way towards the fire and sit down. I wipe sleep away from my face and I hold the cup of tea in my hands. I look around in the darkness. Do I see Malavik anywhere?
Make a perception check, Arcelia.
$15.
You do not.
As I look down to the cup, I will close my eyes and try to picture the campfire, the small ember that it is, the cup, the empty seat next to me. I try to push this through my connection if I can.
I'd like you to make a roll for me.
Okay.
Let's see here what this roll will be. I guess make a will save.
20.
Malavik, please make a will save for me. You start to
17.
see this welcome sight in your mind's eye, Malavik. Some tea, a place to sit. Maybe a green hand.
You make things difficult. Your ritual blinds this young one. Back away. Leave him be.
I stand up suddenly. I try to look and see if there's any tracks that indicate which way Malefic went.
Make a survival check.
17.
Don't find anything.
Close my eyes again. I'm standing next to the fire. I've abandoned the cup by now. I just let it drop to the ground. I send that frustration, fear. I push it. Come to me, Malefic.
A thorn in his side. He has already given you a blessing. Why do you keep interfering? His task is not complete. The hearts still pump in those 6 disgusting malefications, that mistakes that I despise. I am only just a fragment of power granted to this one. Everyone abandoned him, and you will too. Leave him be. Or you can be of use. Protect him. Make sure that he makes it to the end. You have made it quite difficult. I have pushed you back as much as I can.
I hear this voice, this presence. It's foreign. It's not supposed to be here.
This is
I would like...
especially true for this bond that you have with Malefic. At most, you get feelings, you get emotions, you get senses, images. Nothing is clear.
Never a voice. I would like to try to determine what this possibly could be. Perhaps a creature.
Make an esoteric lore roll or a religion check. They will tell you different things.
Esoteric. 24.
Okay. Malefic, I'm going to let you make this decision. What do you think she knows with an esoteric lore roll? 24.
They laughed at him as they laughed at me. Looked at us as we are the outsiders. Yes, Malefic fed through easily. He understands that we are the same. They called him a false human, separated him from the others, his own mother. Dare his father make the mistake of being with filth. The false worm they called me. But I am patient. That's what my father doesn't understand. We fight for centuries. But I made strides. Slowly. Spread myself amongst all that need me. All it takes was the promise of power. The endless destruction will purify the land. As fire cauterizes wounds, I will clean this whole planet to my doing. will stand strong, so will you. By his side like you wanted. All you have to do is to let things be. Cut
I
the
will
bond.
immediately pull a arrow out of my pack, and I will stab myself in the hand away from my blood bond.
I will have my... I see. She's out. And I'll run towards Cam as fast as I can. What happened? Where is it? I'll grab her hand and what's going on here? I'll cover it. I'll wrap it. Hurry. Who did this to you? Are they here in the camp?
Malavik, I believe you are being possessed by a demon. It has infiltrated our bond.
Demon? No demon. Maybe this place has been painting, has been having whispers, tellings of things. I do not know what you speak of, but I felt your pain.
It infests you. It's riding you. It spoke to me. I don't care about what Arashtak told me. I heard it. It spoke to me.
Okay.
It said things, Malavik.
Like what?
Things like the Whispering Tyrant told people, told creatures, promises of power.
I've
Malavik.
never seen you like this before. Let's sit down. Let's talk, okay? Do you need water? Where's Yara? I can get her to mend your wound. What happened? You did this.
I did this.
Why?
I needed you. I reached out to you.
Why didn't you call for me?
I called you. I called for you. Did you not hear me?
I heard faint sounds. I'm sorry.
Whatever this is trying to get between us.
Damn it. I'll grab Arcelia and pull her away from camp a bit. There's something I need to tell you. I do not know everything. But there have been, ever since we left, where was the place that we were just at? I can't remember.
Egada?
Was it that? How long have we known each other? Why do you do not see me as a monster, do you?
I've been around monsters, Malavik. And in the months I've known you, you are not one.
Good. I'm glad you think so. Ever since we entered this place, it's been louder. Yeah. It's been louder. I tried. Arashtak has called me weak. I denied it. I do not feel weak. But am I? Am I weak? You would know? Yes?
I don't think you're weak.
Do you find me weak? I say, be honest.
I speak with my whole heart. I don't think you're weak, but something is speaking to you, and I heard it.
Did you see the ferocity that I cut those things down? That demon down. I will cut anything down that gets in my way. That harms you all. I do not wish to harm any of you. But even our own is looking at me as I would. There is no demon. But there is something.
You know that we are worried for you.
Oh. Maybe only a few of you. I see the way Sakawachi looks at me, the others. Now even Arashtak believes that I will harm him.
I don't think that's true.
Good. It's not. We need to pay attention to the camp. There's things out there. This land, I want to leave it immediately, as fast as we can. You need to get rest. I will.
Oliver, can you promise me something?
Yes.
Don't go alone. Please stay nearby.
That's the thing, Arcelia. I don't think I was ever alone.